There is a question people ask only when they are alone, not in temples, not during prayer, not in front of family or friends. They whisper it in the dark, when no one can hear, when life feels heaviest. Why does it hurt more when I try to be good? Why does honesty cost jobs, friendships, peace? Why does kindness open the door to betrayal? Why does choosing the right path feel like walking through fire, while others take shortcuts and seem to win everything? If this question has ever kept you awake, stay with me, because this pain is not new. It is ancient. It has burned in the hearts of kings, sages, and ordinary people for thousands of years. And Hindu scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Puranas, do not ignore it. They face it directly. And they offer answers that can change how you see your own life. But first, one crucial clarification. Hindu philosophy never says all suffering comes only from karma. That would be too simple. The scriptures describe suffering as arising from several intertwined forces. Karma, the results of past actions. Dharma, the heavy weight of doing what is right even when it hurts. Dev, divine will, the greater design we cannot always see. And sometimes Leela, the mysterious divine play unfolding beyond human logic. To understand why good people suffer, we must understand karma properly. Most of us imagine karma as instant justice. Do good, get rewarded quickly. Do bad, get punished fast. But the Bhagavad Gita reveals something deeper. In chapter 2, verse 47, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, "You have the right to perform your duties, but never to the fruits of your actions." Karma means action, but its results unfold slowly, sometimes over lifetimes. Vedanta describes four types of karma. First, Sanchita karma. This is the total collection of all your past actions. Every thought, every choice from many previous lives, stored like seeds in a warehouse. Nothing is lost. Everything waits for the right season. Second, Prarabdha karma. From that vast warehouse, a small portion has already been chosen for this life. It has already begun to bear fruit. It is like an arrow that has already left the bow. You cannot pull it back. It shapes your birth, your body, and certain unavoidable events. Third, Kriyamana karma. This is the karma you are creating right now, through your thoughts, through your words, through your actions. These new seeds will shape your future, later in this life or in another birth. And fourth, Vartamana karma, immediate karma, the actions whose results appear almost instantly. Touch fire, you feel heat. Speak harshly, you wound someone immediately. These are consequences you do not have to wait for. Now consider this. Someone acting wrongly today may seem comfortable because they are exhausting past good merit. So ask yourself, is your pain random punishment, or is it part of a longer purification? This brings us to a harder question. Why do bad people often seem happy? You see it everywhere. The colleague who lies gets promoted. The manipulator rises fast. The betrayer lives carefree. Why does the universe allow this? In chapter 16 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes such people, driven by ego, pride, and selfish desire. They feel invincible, but their comfort is temporary. It is the final glow of past merit burning out. Look at Duryodhana in the Mahabharata. He enjoyed palaces, armies, luxury for years. But he was consuming old good karma while creating mountains of new suffering. His end was lonely, broken. Wrong actions are sometimes allowed to grow for a reason. If punishment came instantly, there would be no real freedom. no real learning. Ego must expand fully before it collapses. Good people, however, are tested early. Why? Because they can bear it, and because they become examples. Look at Lord Rama, Maryada Purushottama, the embodiment of Dharma. He never strayed from righteousness. Yet he accepted 14 years of exile, left the palace, wore bark, faced danger daily. Then came Sita's abduction. Sita, pure, devoted, innocent, endured captivity in Lanka yet never lost faith. If Dharma promised comfort, why this pain? Because Dharma shines brightest in sacrifice. Rama's suffering did not weaken him, it revealed him. The same pattern appears in King Nala, a noble king, generous, skilled. Yet he lost everything in a rigged game of dice. Kingdom gone, wealth gone, separated from Damayanti, reduced to serving as a charioteer. But through that suffering, pride dissolved, attachment burned away. He emerged wiser, humbler, stronger. Suffering refined him. And here is a truth many miss. Good people do not necessarily suffer more. They feel suffering more deeply because their conscience is awake. The dishonest numb pain with excuses. The selfish justify betrayal. But awareness makes you sensitive. But now ask a harder question. What about the righteous who suffer? Look at Yudhishthira, the son of Dharma itself. In one game of dice, he lost everything. His kingdom, his freedom, his honor. If righteousness guaranteed protection, he should have been untouchable. But Dharma was never meant to be a shield from pain. It is the strength to endure pain without becoming corrupted by it. Yudhishthira could have chosen anger. He could have chosen revenge. He could have abandoned his principles after humiliation. Instead, even in exile, he remained righteous. Not because it was easy, but because it was who he was. Dharma is not proven in comfort, it is proven in fire. And if that feels extreme, consider King Harishchandra, a king known for absolute truth. To test him, he lost everything. His throne, his wealth, his security, reduced to working in a cremation ground. One night, his own wife arrived carrying the body of their dead child. She had no money to pay, and still he refused to lie. He refused to bend Dharma, not because it was easy, but because truth was his identity. That suffering was not punishment, it was purification. Harishchandra was not destroyed by hardship, he was made immortal by it. So when we ask, why do good people suffer? The scriptures answer quietly. Because goodness is not tested in comfort, it is tested in loss. And what survives that test becomes unbreakable. Every injustice cuts deeper. Every loss echoes longer. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is awakening. So here is the answer the scriptures offer. Karma unfolds slowly. Prarabdha must run its course. Dharma is tested in fire, not rewarded instantly. The wicked enjoy temporary fruits, but their fall builds quietly. And suffering, for the good, becomes refinement. Burning ego, forging strength, awakening the soul. If you are suffering today while trying to stay good, you are not forgotten. You are not losing. Something is being cleared. Your conscience is sharpening. You are being prepared for deeper wisdom, unbreakable strength, and freedom from illusion. So ask yourself one final question. Would you trade your integrity for an easy life that slowly hollows your soul? Or will you endure, remain true, and emerge transformed? If this resonated with you, comment, I choose Dharma. Share your experience And if you want more ancient wisdom applied to modern struggles, subscribe and continue this journey. May your pain become clarity. May your struggle forge strength. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna.